When life master becomes the object, life master, the experience, the truth master. If you have the thirst, if you have the inside killing thirst for the God, then you will get the true master. Then true master becomes the object. That is all the childish game. You listen the commentary, you put on the candle and do this thing and that thing. It is just like toys to the children's given. So that is what the vikalp means. There is a vikalp, there is an object. And when you reach to that state further, when you dissolve into that, when you are dissolved, now vikalp is over. Dissolve, became one. Became one. So nirvikalp, gone. Now I am not flowing with my thoughts. Now I am not flowing with any object. Objects is also over. Now I am one. Everywhere the only true master, the God is there. Everywhere is God. We'll say Om. Today's question is, Paramahansa Yogananda said in his autobiography, Maya or avidya can never be destroyed through intellectual conviction or analysis, but solely through attaining the interior state of nirvikalp samadhi. Kindly explain what is sarvikalp and nirvikalp samadhi, implications of these words on our path to discover and be Paramatma. Om. What the word samadhi? See, there are words, bigger words. Words had nothing to do with your state of mind. But there is no other way than to tell in words. You cannot describe any state of your conscious in the body, because that experience, those all cognitions are very difficult to bring in words. Very difficult. And that is why a live master is required, because one who had experienced those what he is saying about can only explain you as per his journey. At least he will be able to bring you to that state by hook or by crook. If you are a strong seeker, and unless you experience the inner journey, the God home journey, whatever you say will not be useful to anyone, especially the seekers. Seekers will not be benefited for anything by an inexperienced person who is telling you about the conscious, about the God. Because whatever is said by all these great godly people, I say, right from the beginning, Ibrahim to Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Muhammad, Kabir, Farid, Guru Nanak Dev, Sai Baba, Ram Paramahansa, Mirabai, Sahajabai, Lallabai, Sukrat, Lao Tse, and as question had come today from the Kriya Master, Shri Yogananda ji, so that Yogi, in that series, it was started long before, but in this era, it had come from Babaji, who came 2000 years before, and after him, Lahiri Maharaj, then Shri Yukteswar ji Maharaj, then the Yogananda ji, who was the last in this series. After that, still going on, but it is disappearing. Because anything that truth is completely beyond any doing or undoing. Truth is what? Neither to do anything nor to undo anything. Going beyond any doing or the undoing. No kriya, no akriya even. Going beyond to. It is very difficult to tell about the topmost extreme state, which is said as enlightenment, that the Upanishad says the Turiya Avastha, Turiya state of mind, or it is said by Buddha as the Nirvana, Mahavira said it the Kevalya, Krishna said it the Sthiti Pragya, Guru Nanak Dev said it the Sachiyat, and all these people topped the final state cannot be described in words at all, because that is beyond the words. That you have to experience. That can never be said by words. If anybody tries to speak in words, very difficult. For that fourth stage, that the last stage, or the third, whatever, the extreme state where words are not working, to bring to that state only the live master is required. Live master, when I say the one who had experienced and who is standing on that fourth state. That fourth state is without any words. And that what is called by Krishna as the stop secret Gyan. That you can say it is complete plain white paper. White. Complete white. Blank. Nothing there. Nothing there means zero, shunya. It does not mean the dead, but like dead. Beyond any do or undo, beyond any kriya and akriya. So this all that what is said by all the spiritual, the godly masters of any way, let it be kriya or any way, all want to bring you to the extreme dot where you are not. Where you are not. And that where you are not is just the flow. Flow. Where you are just flowing. Nothing remains there. Complete stillness. Like a dead body. But conscious is there inside. Outside the dead, inside the very still. But between the outside dead and the inside still, the whole things are running as normal. As normal. The one is talking, joking, eating, dancing, very like a common man. Beyond everything. No artificiality. Beyond everything. Beyond doing and undoing. Fit to every state. Beyond any all rules, regulations. Fit everywhere. I will do that, I will not do that. Beyond doing and undoing. Dead. Dead state. The dead state is called the enlightenment. The dead state is called the bliss. The dead state is called the nirvana. Dead state is called the kevalya. Dead state is called the satyag, sthiti pragya. Dead while conscious is on. Looks you are alive. So the point is to reach to the death state. And death state is only the Turiyavastha, where all the vikalps gone, with all bogus words gone, so complicated words. And you cannot copy anyone. Because copying anyone can be the beginning, but not the ending. God had given you your legs. God had given you hands, your mouth, your eyes, your brain. You're conscious. You are unique. How can you copy the one? If there was a copy, God had made the copy to everyone. Why He made so much efforts per individual to make unique to everybody? So don't think if someone is saying this, so I will go along that. So will this help me? Nothing can help you. Nothing can help you. It is only awakening. Awakening from your this dream state, the illusionary state, which you think everything is this Maya. You think this dream is true. The dream you take at night, when you get up in the morning, you say it is a dream. Likewise, the whole day in the light, when eyes are open, what you see around, what you taste around, what you smell around, what you hear around, what you touch around is all the dream. So to come to know the world which is seen, which is heard, tasted, smelled, touched, whatever your senses are doing, whatever is perceptible to your senses is completely illusion. Because what you see, you cannot see continuously. What you hear, you cannot hear continuously. What you smell, you cannot smell continuously. What you taste, you cannot taste continuously. What you taste from your touch, you cannot continuously do that. So beyond these five senses which are percepting, you have to go beyond these five senses, from where the senses are working. And when you reach to that point, from these five senses are working, you have to go beyond that. And beyond that is the dead state, where you'll die. And that is called the Turiya state. Dead state. You say it whatever name you want. You give your name, new name. Your choice name. Words are words. Whatever you say. You have to reach to that point. Where you stand today, you involve in the outside world. You are involving yourself in the outside, the illusionary, the Mayavi, the dead world. So when you are involved in the dead world, with even the gods, when you are involved with all, because you are gods, you think that only in the idols they are not live, then your God also becomes a Maya for you. That's why you ask Maya from them. Because you think as they are the boss for them to give you money, your shelter, your clothes, your job, your marriage or this thing or that thing, you think someone is sitting to just ask, take the demands, fulfill from them. So your God is also the Mayavi God, king of Maya, because you ask them Maya. Because you are nowhere connected with your inner world. You do not know anything about your inner world. You do not know anything beyond this death. You only know about everything what is in front of you. And that what is called the dream state by the all godly people. Same is said by Yogananda. This complete is the illusion. In yoga language, they say the Samadhi. In yoga, in yoga state, they use the word Samadhi. And the Samadhi is the same. The meaning is Samadhi is the Samadhan. You have just cleared out the solution of being in this universe. Who are you? Who are you? Who is operating you? What is your role here? Where will you go? So drop went into the sea. Samadhan, Samadhi. Samadhi means you are complete in the dead state. You are nothing. You got the solution. Samadhi means you got the solution of this being. Nothing that closing your eyes and becoming dead. That was just to show you. Just to show you what is the state of this final state. But in fact, Samadhi is not the dead state, that closing eye becoming dead, sitting in the death state. Death will come one day of the body, but just to show you, yogis showed you that this is the state where you are completely lost. Even they had shown that breathe, they are going into deep to just stop the breath even. You feel them like dead. So that the state where you are dead is Samadhi. Whatever the way, you reach to the sea wherever you go, however you go, not the matter. You have to reach to the state of death. And death does not mean you are died. Because if you think the death will bring that, no. You have to die before the death. So be like a dead person, doing all, fitted to all, who is fitted to all the situations. It does not mean that there is a one who is samadhist, who reached to the dead state, who is enlightened, will not go to the discos, will not go to the hotels, will not go to the cinema halls, will not live in the society, will not live in the family. Not the matter where he is. But definitely who had gone inside to the world of death state, the dead person will not go for movies. Dead person will not go for this, your hotels, restaurants, discos and all. Definitely he enjoyed more with the one who is the creator, the sustainer, the destroyer. He enjoyed there the movies, he eat with the God. He sits with the God, he walks with the God, but it does not mean that he is avoiding. Because he is dead. You take dead body to theater, you take dead body to the hotel, you take dead body to the disco, not the problem. But it is you. It is the other who is asking him that while passing somewhere on the way, food required, going to the hotel, he is not refusing. On the way, there is a disco, all want to go to disco, and he will not sit outside. No, I will not go. He is beyond the no and the yes. He is beyond the yes and the no. But only to those he belongs who are on the Godhome journey, who are on the dead home journey, dead home, because God is the dead state. Where you are dead, God appears. Where you die, God appears. So those who want to die, to them, he becomes like a father who is becoming hot sometime for the child. So whatever they say, he does that. He goes to that level where he is not. He is very much away from that point, which even the outside world is hardly able to understand, because blind people cannot understand. And 99.99% people in the world are blind. And blind follows the blind. Because you think that everyone is in the enlightened state. You think who is putting on the bhagwa or yellow or white clothes, speaking beautifully, impressively, you think he is a saint. Saint are those who are dead. Dead is a saint. Saint is a dead. Because Sant word comes from the Sat. Sat is Tat, Tat is Satchidanand. Satchidanand is God. That is what described by Krishna and Gita. I have to tell you the meanings as described by those to whom you worship as God. You cannot believe the words I say. There will be new words then. That's why I have to tell you the same word meaning. But that all words which I tell to you is my experience. I am not copying from Krishna Gita or Yogananda book or anywhere. What I will tell is my experience. I will tell you. So that when you ask to me, I can tell you this is the steps and you will experience that. Where you die. When you die, you are beyond everything. Beyond everything. Beyond doing or undoing. No preference. Again, it does not mean that he will dive in the sea. He will come in front of the bus. He is beyond. So he will not use his mind anywhere. His mind is used, but not by him. It is automatically. Because the God enters in that body which is dead. That's why we say after the death he had gone to God. But after death no one goes to God if he is not with the God while in the living being. Who is not dead before the death is not with the God after the death also. So the death state is the state of Samadhi. Samadhi, not with the closed eyes, but it does not mean with the open eyes. So this is beyond. You are just be dead. Closed eyes is nothing but symbolic to you. No one could reach to the sleeping state, to the death state by closing the eyes. Because it is your mind. It is your mind which is operating inside. With the mind operation, how can you be dead? Unless you make your mind on the thoughts to the death state. When I say mind, connected with the mind is your thoughts which keep on going. That is what we say, the manas, body, that thoughts which are continuously moving. And those thoughts are connected with your subconscious mind body, the black box of your previous birth. Because those thoughts of previous birth, of your dream, illusionary world demands, desires, and the karmas which you did in your previous birth, thought about the God, to move on the journey to the God home, or anything you asked for, that box is open. The whole life till the death is the box opening. That role is moving on your, this parda, the body. So with that opening of the box of your previous birth, right, you get up in the morning, this is coming, and in the night, in the dreams coming, that box is open. Role is continue on. That's why current is continue on, because your picture is continue on. So when the picture is continue on this body parda, you keep on reacting to that. Reactions. So the reactions to the film, what is moving on the parda, is only again making you next to take the birth. Because reactions, sometimes you are favoring, sometimes you are in favoring. Sometimes you are accepting, sometimes you are not accepting. So acceptance and not acceptance, no acceptance, with the emotional states, which you say happy and the sad, jumping and weeping, the whole complete karmas are again stored in the next blank roll. Again, next birth preparations going on. But the moment your box is open, the death date is already written. The end scene of the movie is written. But on the way, as you choose for the God sometimes in your last birth, and as per your thirst, you went across a person in your next life, as you can say today life, you will meet the person who is the dad. Dad means who is the godly man, who will then tell you about your getting that state of death. Now, when you go along with the one who is in that state, the moment you increase your journey with that one, to whom you can say the true master is one who is saying whatever is his experience. And only the seeker of the God will reach to the experienced teacher, the true master. Otherwise, blind never search for a true master. Those who are busy in the Maya world, they are not bothered about the inner life, that they have to reach to the God state. That is all the apex should witness to him or her. The apex should witness. The apex, whatever written by the spiritual masters, whatever said by the spiritual masters, should match with you. What Yogananda is saying should match with you. If it is not matching with you, you are not in that state. How to reach to that state of deadness, to the death in life body, and then move with the dead body. Move with the dead body, but in life. Body is doing everything, like machine does everything automatically. Doing everything automatically, no manual. But the only difference between the machine and the human being is, human being has the all senses. So that body will all show his taste. He will see, he will hear, looks like you, so that to take you to that dead state inside. That is what Raja Janak said when Sukdev Muni went for taking the Gyan, as Vedvyasa's son was said by Vedvyasa to go to Raja Janak to take the Gyan, Brahma Gyan, dead Gyan, to be God. And Sukdev, when saw in the palace that Janak is sitting and watching the dance of a beautiful girl and saying, Wah, Wah, Wah. And he thought that after 6 months of waiting outside the palace, when he entered and he saw that he is the one to whom my father had sent to take the God Gyan, to be Buddha, he started going back by seeing those all scenes where he's doing what he's doing. He's involved in the outside activities, and that too, all these worst activities. And what Janak said to Sukdev Muni, that story you know, I don't want to tell the story again and again. Story you will get with the storytellers. That how he was slapped in the room with the sword. And then next day he said, see, wherever I am, because I am a king, I have to work with my cabinet. I have to sit with them. But while sitting there, I am inside with my guru, my true master. Because this body, this mind, this wealth outside, it all belongs to my guru, my master. Outside, whatever is going on, I am not with that. Inside, I am with the truth. As you say that at night you could not sleep by seeing that sword. So always I know I am the dead. I am dead. Not even thinking, I am dead. That state, where it is not that you become boredom or dead man only, but inside you are dead. Nothing goes inside to you. Nothing touches you inside. That nothing touches you inside because you are with the God inside, on the dot, on the central point, on the navel point, from where you took the birth, there you die. The die. How to die? While in life. Again, the word love. Love is the way to die. Love is the way to die. There is no other way in this world. While in life you can die. Only the love is the way to die. Unless you love the God, how can you die? Because this is a love state. If you have loved anybody in your life, see, when you are in love, you forget everything. You're everything. Going to office, going to work, everything. Your mind is not there where you are. Completely lost. Completely lost. One who had loved must be knowing what I am saying. That when you love someone, you are lost completely. Your mind is not stable at all. Completely lost in the one, the beloved one, the lover. Completely lost. So that the complete lost only in the word given by the all godly people is love. Love the God. And who is God? Who is God? God is not having any face, but all faces belong to the God. God is having no size, but all sizes belong to the God. God has no color, but all color belongs to the God. So one who comes in the way to take you from this external, the outer world to the inner world, to the dead world where you are dying. And that we say the true master. And that point of getting dissolved in you, dissolved in the master, becomes zero, dead. So just remaining on the circumference with the body, sitting with the true master to whom you see, and just lost state, and whole things are working automatically by the nature. When you are in the outside, the Maya world, you have to do. Nowhere nature or God comes in between. When godly people speaks, that speaking is only for the God and the nature. What you do outside in the Maya world, these things are not for those who are in the Maya world. These are for them, those who are thirsty, those are seeker for the God, for the inner world. So these all the worlds are belonging to the inner worlds. So where to die? How to understand? So there must be something, someone. So to someone, to something, when you make your goal, your achievement, that I want that, as in the outer world, you want the house, you want the job, this thing, that thing, you want the object, then you work for it. You see the benefits of that, then only you work for something in the outer world. Likewise, as there is no other way to help you other than that there the object requires inside also to reach there. So object is God, but who is God? So one who is taking you to the God state, because he is taking you from the outer world, the hustle and bustle world, the all peaceless world, the complete sadness world, to that bliss world where you get, when you are on the way, so much bliss. So that bliss which is coming, not yet completed, that state, the stable state where you are enjoying your moments without any outside desires working. Here no working, but going inside, deep, getting more connection with the central point inside. So inside, that the love, because you love the object, and the object is God. And who is God? That God is invisible, but that visible who had come, the true master. So you come in the love with the true master. So with the true master, when you go on journey to that, like the true master becomes an object for you. Object, destination. So that object, when becomes, you move on, you love with that one. So the moment you go completely lost in love, what the moment comes where you're dead. At last it comes, you're dead, you're no more. Completely lost. And that state, because it is the inner meat, when you're dead, you are moving towards the death. You know, everything of the outside world is going off, diminishing now. When you are moving inside to that point of death, outside you will see all friends, relatives, family, business, money, everything is disappearing. You are completely moving towards that central point. If you are a seeker, you will keep on moving, loving the object, because there is a big, beautiful smell, beautiful taste, beautiful touch, and beautiful scenes, beautiful hearing. All is coming from that central point. So hearing of him, seeing of him, smelling to him, tasting to him, touching to him, all the five senses which were going outward now going inward. So while going inward, when I am saying inward, it is inside you. Inside you. The state is happening inside you. So when it is going inside you, sometimes the thoughts of outside world and thoughts from the inner world, outside world, what you have been taught by all the gurus of the outside world, right from birth till now, and now the thoughts of the inner world, the true master, are just coming, crossing, questioning, answering, and going forward, 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 and love, 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 and at last, completely dissolved. Death, and that Milan, we say the Milan, Bhakt, the true disciple and the true masters meets each other. And there, the love is going beyond the corners. I and you both are lost. Now I is lost, you is lost, only love remains. On the way, while moving from the outside world to the inner world, when you are going inside, from the outer world, in love, 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 there is a I and you, and there is a I and you. Sometimes the choice is like the outside world. There are the choices always to be together, just hearing him, seeing him, doing everything. If want to touch him, taste him, just go ahead. The moment you go more and more deep, 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 where the death occurs, now two are lost. Master and disciples are lost. Master is in the last state already, disciple is lost now. And now when he just dived and came out, so everywhere in the world what he sees, he becomes the same as the master dead, and everywhere he sees only the master face. All faces belongs to the master now. Everywhere in the sky or earth or everywhere he sees that one only. So that one is the state of my death. Now I am not. God is there. My master is there. That is what Kabira said. When I was, master was not. Now master is there. I am not. That Hari. Because now all faces of the gods appears in that face. Because all faces of the world has his face now. To every face you will find his face only. And the face, the zero, the dead state is beyond all the five senses. Now all the five senses, you are nowhere with the five senses. You are neither having an attachment to anyone, nor having a lust to anyone, no ego, no greed. You are beyond everything now. Now wherever you sit in the world, even with the beautiful and tasty foods, your tongue will not say, I want this and that. It does not mean that you will not taste it, but you are not attached to any taste. You will not think of going somewhere specially to eat something. It does not mean that I say that you will not demand anything. But you are not attached. Not attached. Beyond the lust, beyond the food, beyond everything, beyond anything. Now if you sit among the beautiful ladies or the beautiful gents, whatever the opposite of you, even without the clothes, no lust will come inside you. You are beyond the lust now. Because every face now looks like my master face. Because he is beyond, so I am also beyond now because I have already dissolved in that one. So that state where now I and you is lost, only the master remains. The true master becomes the face, and that becomes like a god. Like John, Matthew, Mark say Jesus the God. Moghlan Sariputra said the Buddha the God. Angad Vardhana said Gunanka the God. They see all the faces of Ram, Krishna and all in Gunanka. Because I am not like Arjuna saw everything in Krishna. Where you die, you see all the faces in the one. And while on the way to the God home, to the dead, to your death state, you experiences many things. Like when you reach near the garden, you get the beautiful smells. Likewise, when you reached near the God home, you'll get the beautiful, all the experiences and all cognitions, what is going inside. That the way. Now, you have to understand those states. This is what I am saying you is the point where you are dissolved. No, you are not. That only the master is there, you will enjoy physically. But also when you are away, you are enjoying the same state. Not only with, but without. Definitely, if the master, if the God is in live body, you will be definitely, if at all, want to sit with someone, eat with someone, then nothing, no one in the world other than him or her. You would like to sit with her, sit with him, and you enjoy the double food. When you eat, you will see the master is eating inside you. You are not eating, you are dead. And if the live master is eating, you will see you are eating outside also and inside also. So your all complete senses are completely dissolved inside the God, the true master. Now anything appears in you, anything, suppose, it is not going to appear because you are dissolved, you are dead. Dead cannot be lusty, dead cannot be angry, dead cannot be greedy, dead cannot be egoist, dead cannot have any attachment. If at all it comes, you definitely see that master will be having this if it's coming to me. Two bodies, one soul now. Everything going inside there, running here. That is what is said, the telepathy. Everything will come inside. Now your feet becomes like the master feet. Your body is as the master. And master and you are not two. You are one. Inside, outside there are two bodies. So that only is the difference, that is son and the father. What Jesus said, I am the son, he is the father. When you are away, looks same. Because body, you have gone beyond the body. But you will enjoy that body while in body. Because you know, there is no birth in this dead body now. You will enjoy all the moment with the one. Even a second come, 1 second come, 1 minute come, you will not lose that chance. You will think of living a complete life with the one. But if ordered by the true master to go away and tell all this, he is not going to stop there. She is not going to stop there. Because knows that we are together. We are not two now. But his command is the command. I am just a servant. I am the slave of him. I am nothing. I am nothing. He is commanding. He is executing. That the state is called the Turiya state, that state of death. All the roots are over, all Gyan are over, all Kriya are over, everything is over. Dead person is not requiring anything. Now whatever he does, the God does it. Because God had entered the body. Now there is nothing like doing anything. Because these are all the steps on the way. That is what? Now it will come to the point, the question, as Yogananda ji said, that Maya now will come to the question, what is, you will understand. Because what I have said you, I am again telling you is my experience. Don't think that I do not know these big words, Savikalp and Nirvikalp. But I can say the Samadhi, the word Samadhi. After Samadhi, Samadhi is also not there. One cannot tell you anything about the Samadhi also. You reach to that state. You get the solution, reach to that state and see it. So extreme point, no godly person can explain in words. You have to experience the last. That's why the life master required, because at last you will be dead. When you are dead, someone is required to give you the shoulder. Otherwise you will not come back. If you are dead without the true master, you may not come back. You may go into the complete deep sleep, leaving the body. That's why the master required. Because if all dies at last, then who will give the message to the world? Because people will never understand someone is dead. It's so many words, so many epics. The Dhampad, Jinvani, Quran, Bible, these all books of Yogananda, everything is written. Still people are not getting them by the words. How they will get without the words? They could not achieve even when they were alive. They could not get it. How they will get after the death what they had written? So at last the life master required at last state. That's why I say 75% of a journey can be with the theory, but last 25% is the very dangerous, the top secret, the white gyan, blank. Their blank starts. Whatever gyan is given, now gyan will also be taken back. Over. No vani now. You have to go beyond the words now. Beyond the word is blank. That's why somebody says, now words are not going, but I am continuously watching, continuously sitting. I say, words are not required. Good. When words are not required, you are going ahead. But it does not you do it by mind. That state comes. And beyond the words, the sound will come. Then you enjoy the sound only. And then the sound will also, you will enjoy the picture only. To just see. And after that, sitting with near. From the photo to the life. And when near the life, you will die. Because you have to sit near. And then only you die. And the death state, you need a shoulder. There the life master gives the shoulder at last. To bring you back to this world again. And when he makes you in the same balanced state in the world, make you alive, to give that what you have got it to the world. And that is called the Gyan. Gyan is nothing but your experience, not the Gyan by books. Gyan by books is like a Pandit is giving the Gyan. The religious, the spiritual is what he is giving by experience. He will not tell what is written in the books. He will tell his experiences. Because Yogananda got in his experience. Buddha got his experience. Yogananda got his experience. Jesus got his experience. So he cannot do in the same way. Because God had made everybody the unique. But the ultimate, the final, the Samadhi state is same. Same. So now you understand, try to understand, because this is a practical. When the last point, when the master disappears from the body, from the physical body, still the master is not dead for the true disciple. Remember it. That's what Krishna said. No ashok, no condolence. Be in the relaxed state. No one dies, no one takes birth. It is only leaving the station. But now where he had gone, she had gone to the home where you all are going to meet if you are on the same way. So your loving one had gone to the bigger state, a bigger house, from where everything is operating. So you should be happy. Because while in this world, you know, he was carrying out 24 hours, shouting 24 hours, doing all. So now you go ahead. Sometimes what life is not doing in body, sometimes after death things are going. So when the body lives, we say the death, but there is no master dies for any true disciple. No, they remain in contact. So then when they remain in contact, now body is lost. Body is lost, physical form is gone, but still with the true master inside. Still inside the same state. And that state when inside remains, there is no object when dissolved at last, but there was some object, but object is only required till you reach the destination. Now that object which made me in that position of dissolved, enlightened, that state, now death was enjoying. Now the one who is died, only the state of joy while in body is just becoming something like, serious. That's all, nothing else. So now you try to understand what is said by Yogananda ji. It is not that he made any kriya. Everything is kriya. Now what I am doing is kriya only. Anything done is the kriya. Kriya is not that sitting in the posture and doing that. No. Kriya means doing anything. He asked them to sit because people will sleep otherwise. He asked them to sit. Now because time had gone after 75 years, now bodies are not in that state to sit continuously in that state. All the materials, diet and everything is so bad now. Body is paining, knee are paining. So now the rules, regulations also gone. So kriya is not only sitting in a posture. Kriya is, everything is kriya, doing is kriya. Now what I am speaking to is kriya only. What you are listening is kriya only. So the kriya of anything, doing of anything to take you to the undoing state. And to the undoing state, when you reach, there you are dissolved, you die. The one who was doing and one who is undoing now. Now I will lost. The I is lost in you. Doing and undoing is lost. So the vikalp, the object, sa vikalp, samadhi. Samadhi means I have got the solution of this being. That what I was to do, not to just go outside in the world and do all these materialistic things involving everything there, but also to get back to my home. And getting back to the God, I have to be dead before the death. Because we say after death he will go to the God. No. But if I have not gone while in body to the God, how can I go after the death? So, the way of doing the kriya in any way. Speaking is a kriya. Hearing is a kriya. Sitting is a kriya. So while moving towards the destination, to the death state, in any way, the love, as he loved so much to Shri Yukteswar Maharaj, he was so much dead for the Guru, the Master. It is Shri Yukteswar Maharaj who was taking him to that state. It was Lahiri Maharaj taking to the Yukteswar to that state. It was Babaji taking to the... They were true disciple of that true masters. They were died. The Yogananda died in Shri Yukteswar ji. So there was the way, separate way. That Yukteswar said, you sit like this now. Now I show you something. Because everything is inside only. Now, going to the death state in any way, if I tell you come to Mumbai in a car, you come by any means, you have to reach the object, the destination. Now if I ask someone who had come from Gujarat, he will say, I have come by car. If I ask someone who is living in Borivali, he will say, I have come by bus. Someone must have come by walk who is living nearby. One had come by air. You have reached to the object, you have reached the destination, important. How you came is not important. So wherever, whichever way you like, whatever way you like, whatever way you love, You just go to that. But you need a live master at last. Otherwise, it is very dangerous. Because how you will acknowledge yourself that you have reached to that state? I will acknowledge the I. Dead cannot acknowledge himself. That's why somebody is dead, we need the doctor to tell. He says he is dead. You say he is dead. If there is a conscious inside, you say he is dead, but after some time heart is beating. You say he is dead. Doctor says he is dead, but the truth will say he is not dead. Krishna says to Arjuna, they are not going to die. Nobody dies here. But we say when there is no conscious inside, we say he is dead. But he is not dead. Body is dead. Body is there. We say the state where consciousness lived the body. It is the same state at the time of birth. So there is someone required to tell you. So for that only the life master required. Because this is the journey very exclusive and you have your own way. On every way you need a one who knows. Otherwise you will be fearful of that. That now everything is living. How this thing happening? I am going away in the last, you are going to the complete dead state. To die before the death, how will it be? So that is why the live master requires. And live master remains with the 3 generations after the leaving the body also. Because his smell remains always there strongly with those who had met them. Those who have met the person who was master, they can just be in connection even after the death of the body. So the object is required to get dissolved. When you are dissolved, you are died, no object is required. You are zero. You are no more. And no more is the final state that is called enlightenment. Nirvana, Sthiti, Pragya, Kevalya, Turiya Avastha. So this is what now you have to understand. How and what the great Yogananda ji said, the loving Yogananda said, because that way is different. Their kriya was physically and you are not physically fit, remember it. In that definitely, when they get some button inside, they can operate it and they make the magics sometimes, magics. And we love the magics. So it is better you become magician. They were not magicians. They loved the master, dissolved themselves and automatically all Riddhi Siddhi comes automatically. Remember it. They had not shown to the world. It is the God who said sometimes to show them so that they should awake. But people not awake. How many people got with them? How many? See today, the science is disappearing. People are just selling that product, making the meditation. There is nothing like doing. What is doing is always with the live master, the experienced one who attained that state with the fulfillment, who is the dead, can only teach you the death journey. That's why the true master is said as the death guru. So that is important. But only seekers will search for the dead master. Otherwise, 99.99% just enjoying that moment also. So that's why you see there are billions of people today going into meditation and all, because they are enjoying those moments forever and they say that doing is good, fine, fantastic. Who is dead person or not, who is giving the teaching, they are not bothered about. Because dead will not ask any money from you. That is very simple. He will not ask the money because he is beyond the money and everything. Maya. He is not going to be the collecting agent. Yes, sometimes if it does, it is only for the point where he is, what expenses are required, he may ask that expenses for themselves. If you come and stay there in the hotel, you have to pay your expenses. That expenses, not that additional expenses and making his tijori fulfilled. As and when anything required, he will gather that time over. Why to make billions of amounts in that? He is not the true master, remember it. True master never makes anything in gathering. Whatever is there, he is beyond. It does not mean that he is resisting to anything, but he is beyond everything. So that you have to be very careful if you are a seeker. Because I tell you, 0.1% in the whole world, only 7 lakh people in the world are seekers. Rest all are just going blind game. Blinds are following the blinds. So blind masters are there. Those who are without any experience. They have not been dead, but they are just following the dead people. So you first decide, you want to be the true seeker, you want to the God, then automatically you get the true master. True master will search you if you are in the search of the truth. It is not only you will search the true master will search you, because God will send you to him or her. So just you have the thirst or hunger for the truth. So when you sit with the one who is truth, you will get the fire to get the truth. You will get the fire to leave everything and reach to the God. Remember it. His sitting with him will make you fire inside to reach to the God. That is the quality of a true master. Just in his surrounding, just hearing him, inside fire will come to reach to that point. So now we'll come to the question. And great Paramahansa Yogananda said in his autobiography, Maya or avidya can never be destroyed through intellectual conviction. Definitely. You cannot take it by brain. Brain is just always making doubts for everything. You cannot make the belief. You cannot make the conviction. Yes, okay, I understood. This is I only acknowledging the I. I is only acknowledging the I. So he said this Maya avidya, that all materialistic what you see outside is avidya. It is not the Gyan. So intellectual intelligence is always making the Gyan of the outer world. So with this mind, you cannot go to that point of enlightenment. So no mind is required to reach to there. Use your mind and be no mind. Becoming from the live to the dead is not so easy. So that is what he said. Maya or avidya. Maya, he said avidya. What you have done all outside, you are officer, doctor, engineer, minister, or governor, or star, whatever you are, is all avidya. You say, I am intelligent, you are not intelligent. Intelligent are those who get the cause of their human birth, who came to know and reached to that state of Godism. So these all people were intelligent. They were not intelligent of the outside world. Even they would not have got job outside in the world. You may be the officer. These all Ibrahim, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Guru Nanaka, Ram, Paramahansa, Sai, Mira, Sahajullah, Kabir, Farid, Sukrat, Laose. These all people, those who were on the earth, Yogananda, Shri Yukteswar, they were nowhere getting a job outside. Lahiri Maharshi was doing job earlier. After that, he could not reach further. Because they are not worried about the outside world, the materialistic world. They are no worried. Yogananda was not studying at all. Not interested. Only by the Guru forced that no, you complete your degree. So this is all. In the outside world, they could not have got the job even. But today you see, because that journey to the God world is with the no mind. Only fool can reach there, no intelligent can reach there. So that is what he said. That intelligence in that world is avidya, not vidya. So, in his autobiography he said, Maya or avidya can never be destroyed through intellectual conviction or analogy. If you think by reading the books, by doing this, I will get that neutralized. No, you cannot neutralize it. But he said, but solely through attaining the interior state of nirvikalpa samadhi. But you can attain by the interior states. There are the states. And that is what is called. That with the savikalp, with the object. Then object, that in the outside world we say make this object, that object, they are running commentary. That they show na, close eyes and commentary. And sometimes they will put that candle and see like this. And you have that on your thoughts and this thing. There are many objects people are giving around the world. But the main objective is the live master when come in the life. When live master becomes the object, live master, the experience, the truth master. If you have the thirst, if you have the inside killing thirst for the God, then you will get the true master. Then true master becomes the object. That is all the childish game. You listen the commentary, you put on the candle and do this thing and that thing. It is just like toys to the children's given. So that is what the savikalp means. There is a vikalp. There is an object. And when you reach to that state, further, when you dissolve into that, when you are dissolved, now vikalp is over. Dissolve, became one. Became one. So nirvikalp, gone. Now I am not flowing with my thoughts. Now I am not flowing with any object. Objects is also over. Now I am one. Everywhere the only true master, the God is there. Everywhere is God. So doing and undoing both are over. Now you are dot. So nirvikalp means vikalp is over. And that's samadhi. Samadhi word is given samadhan. So samadhan with the cervical is the journey with the object. Whatever in the beginning, the world outside artificial games are going on like a toy. And then the live master when becomes the object, then you are going dissolve into the love, deep love with the love. You cannot love the candle. You cannot love that your audios. You cannot love anything. You learn even at all. In the beginning you hear, you do. At last you want to sit near. You want to meet the one. You cannot say that I want to meet the candle now. I want to meet the light now. I want to meet that audio recordings on that the recorder set only. No, you will say that who is speaking? You want to meet the one. So that one is the live object, at large the true master. But generally, one, if he is not the live master, definitely he is just selling the product. He will give you all these twice. But how can you concentrate? They say it is for concentration. How can you concentrate if your mind is with the Maya outside world? Your thoughts are complete of Maya. Your mind is complete of Mayavi thoughts. So unless your Mayavi thoughts are killed, how can you concentrate? It is not that you can concentrate with the Mayavi thought. The Mayavi thoughts are getting killed. I and Maya is getting killed. Automatically your concentration will come. Automatically. It is like a balance scale. One scale going up, one down. So the moment you are reaching these thoughts of outside world, the money, wealth, this thing, that thing going out, your concentration toward the inner world is going up. You are reaching near that. This concentration is automatic. You are not doing it. But doing concentration on the artificial objects will not take you to that point. Because you cannot sit with the candle the 24 hours. You cannot sit with the audio the 24 hours. Now, the beginning is okay, childish game in the beginning, but it cannot make you concentrated on that point. Your mind will blast. I am telling you, you can sit with the live master for months and years till the death, but with any of the audio or any this thing, you cannot sit for even 24 hours. You will be dead. This brain will be depressed somewhere. You will become mad, not of the God world, but mad for the illusionary world. They are just in the illusions. They think themselves special. But if you ask to them that thoughts are moving inward with the Maya outside, they just can clear their time, kill their time. Let the watch tell that 2 hours are over. So things are over. Let us get up. You have to remain in the same still state 24 hours. A jappa, shwasadi mala, where you died, where vikalp had gone. Object also gone. In the nirvikalp, object is also gone. Nirvikalp. Now every thought of the materialistic world, godly world also gone. Love only remains. No object, no I and you. Nirvikalp. You are now in the depth state. And there is nothing like now samadhi also. Who will tell he is samadhi or not samadhi? That one who is beyond everything. Words also gone. Then even God speaks through Jesus sometimes through these godly people. People not understood. Even he declared, I am the son of the God. He declared his samadhi. But what people did? They crucified him. Sukra said, I have reached to that state. People just not understood. Poisoned. So you have to understand. Savikalp means with the object. But which object? Live object. Not non-living object. You can enjoy while a child with the gudda goody, but at the older age, young age, you cannot enjoy with the gudda goody. You want the life. So in the beginning is okay, but that also we catch and remain in the state, in the deadly state till the last. and then we think we got something, and there is still at last you get the vikalp, you are getting some objects. Then objects are in the outside world also, outside in the inner world also. But if you are remaining with the object and objects also not lost, you do not reach the destination. Because if I am moving through the boat from one corner to other corner in the river, the moment I reach to the other side, I have to leave the boat. I have to leave the boat. So likewise, the body, the life body also of the master remains for temporarily. Then the soul remains in the soul. So you have to reach to the other corner before the boat is gone. You cannot make that boat continuously in the river. So vikalp is gone. Nirvikalp. I have reached that state. Now after that, boat, river is not required. Words are no more. Then you remain in that state of bliss continuously with the master inside. Not I, only you remains. And in you the small I remains. Son remains in God, in the Father. Father remains in the Son. You are the byproduct of your father and mother. Your father and mother had same as you. You have same as them. So the both becomes a one. That is the state of beyond nirvikalp. All vikalp lost. Now words are gone. These are also hard words. So you have to understand the live object, the live master. As Yogananda had the Sri Yukteswar as the live master, is the vikalp in the beginning, then nirvikalp when they were one, as he went beyond, living there outside, but they were one. Never felt that not together. Yes, when he used to come to India, he used to love, enjoy sitting with him, moving with him. Because when your master is in life form, you will try to live every moment with him in the physical form, because you know this body is the last journey. Dead body journey is over. So let us enjoy two in one. This is what is the said. So everything what we are doing is also Kriya, but in a physical form. 75 years back, as it was said, to sit in that form, not sitting in that form took to that Samadhi state. Remember it. But getting the Samadhi, this situation comes automatically. Like people say in the beginning, we feel sleep. But and then they go further. Are they sleeping? Likewise, when you go further, automatically that awakening state comes, so you will sit in the attention state only. But while sitting continuously for hours together, you cannot sit in that state. That posture is taken because that looks good, sitting in that moments. But when they close their eyes, they are with their master, dissolved in that. It is not doing anything. Not doing. Doing is in the beginning. When you are listening is the Kriya. I am speaking is the Kriya. So which way you prefer, that is important. And for the physical, because we think, as they say that this thing happened, that it happens with everybody. Do you think Guru Nanaka, Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, they were not having all that Riddhi Siddhi with them? It is not they created, it is given to them by the God. It is not that by doing something they got it. By doing something, if someone gets, it is the materialistic Mayavi. They use it for the materialistic world, for the benefit of them. They are not going beyond that human birth and death cycle. They remain in the same state of hell and heaven. But those who are not getting anything with doing, coming automatically by the God, they are not commanding, but the God commands. So everything is with them. But because we want to see something, the magics, but there are always magics, follows the godly people. Thousands of magics you will see, but they are not the doer. So if you see the magics, not by the doing of the one, but doing by the God itself, you cannot recognize, because we think of doing something and getting something. And by saying of you, and if someone does, it is like you are the guru and he is the disciple. So a true master never goes as per the disciples. But yes, he becomes sometimes like a father become horse for the son. He does something some days to make them convinced to enjoy the moments. To reach to that state of nirvikalp samadhi, I am taking you to the other way of kriya as per your suitability. We cannot take you to that way because you are full of mind. When you are reaching near the mind, same state will come automatically. Don't worry. Because that is in a cave like, that is in a closed room. That is not your state today. Not physically. So just enjoy, don't get misguided. They are sane. Like Buddha, Mahavira, Jesus, Guru Nanak, Ram, Paramahansa, Sai, Meera, Sahajullah, Kabir, Farid. If you see, they were the true disciples of that true master. They were dissolved, died in them. It is not that got anything by doing, remember. They have not got anything by doing. Neither Yogananda, nor Sri Krishna, nor Lahiri Master. All got by the grace. They loved their masters. Same way. So whatever the way the master gets, he gives the way to the others. But main the grace comes. Not that your work only coming. Only your love is the important for the God. And God decides to give you how He wants to give you. So just be dedicated to the one. Don't get confused. Otherwise, if you say in that way, that will it be helpful as it is written? What is helpful? You do not know that it is an implication of these words on our path to discover and be Paramatma. How you will discover? What you will discover now? You have to discover the true master first. If you had discovered the true master, just sit. Not to discover. You have to only discover the true master. You have to sit in his boat. You cannot go all along yourself. You can only go when you are no more. You are dead. And that only happens only for some time in the lifetime for someone. That they takes two routes in one life. The sakar and the nirakar. It is not for you. First you have to kill yourself with the one. Then only you will achieve that state. Of dead will meet the dead nirakar. The nirakar is the truth. Sakar is the truth. So first get dissolved, die in this life and then go beyond that. Then only you'll get it. And that will be the success of your life. Oh.